Hi everybody, today we're talking about spring 2023 and the most flattering tops for an apple-shaped body. I'm sharing some style tips for you to keep in mind whenever you're shopping this spring for new tops if you have an apple-shaped body. So basically the goal is we want to hide the belly and we want to detract attention from that area. We want to make it appear smaller and camouflage it. So we want to bring attention upwards and down. Because if you're an apple shape, typically you have rounded shoulders, a larger chest, and a rounder middle section so you don't have a defined waist. There's some tips and tricks that you can use when you're looking for tops that can make you look slimmer and more like an hourglass shape. So we want to bring attention upward. If you have a nice collarbone, you could show that off. You just want to basically, have the eyes come upwards. Before we get into the 5 most flattering tops for an apple-shaped body, I would like to share a few style tips with you to keep in mind whenever you are shopping for new tops. I will link several different options for the tops that I'm talking about. Everything is below the video. I'm only starting to order in some spring clothes because we still have like 3 feet of snow here and we have a snowstorm coming tomorrow. So it's still a little early for me to be wearing spring clothes, but I am in the process of buying stuff, and in a couple of weeks I will be sharing the things that I buy with you. The first thing that I would like to address before we get into the tops is the bra that you're wearing. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to be wearing a good bra. You want to make sure that your bra is the proper size. You want to adjust the straps on a regular basis. You can, adjust the straps and pull them up. I do have a bra video if you want to watch that later for some more in-depth information about bras. But I strongly suggest getting a bra fitting at least once a year, or if you have like a weight gain, weight loss, or if you have surgery. Because the slightest change can actually change the size of bra that we need. And I am always shocked when I go for my bra fitting every summer that I have changed sizes, when in fact my weight has stayed the same. So just by wearing the proper fitting bra, you're going to look 10 pounds thinner. Just hoist the girls up and you'll see what I mean. The next thing that I want you to consider is the neckline. These are some flattering necklines for us apple-shaped bodies. A V-neck, a scoop neck, a square neck, a boat neck, or a sweetheart neck are the most flattering because they emphasize upwards. They bring attention to our chest, our neck, our face. If you have a nice collarbone, now is the time, to show it. We want to just make space here so that it detracts from the belly area. And the last thing I want you to consider before you go shopping for a top is look for a top that has a nice print. A smaller print, even smaller than this one, is very, very flattering. Just try and stay away from prints that are really, really big or really, really loud. The first type of top that is very flattering for us apple-shaped women is a wrap top. A wrap top, I just love it. I love a wrap dress. It's flattering on any body shape, really. And the reason why is because it usually ties underneath the chest, and that brings attention to that area, which is our fake waistline. Because when we have an apple shape, we don't have a defined waist, so we have to learn a way to create one. So the wrap, which usually ties on the side, some tie in the back, but the ones that I have tie on the side. They just make me look that I have a higher waist. And if you can get a V-neck, if you can wear a V-neck, all the better, because that's going to be doubly flattering. I myself prefer a fake wrap. I don't like a wrap that you actually have to tie yourself. So I look for a fake wrap that I just pull on over my head. And it's also important to keep in mind the length of the top. You want a top that falls at your bottom hip bone. If it falls above that, I know on me, if my top was a little shorter, like the one I'm showing, it's going to bring attention to my belly area because I have a lower roll in my belly. So it's very important for me to find a top that falls below the hip. The next top that is very flattering for an apple shape is an asymmetrical top. So an asymmetrical top is one where one side of the hem is pointed or longer on one side than the other. So it brings the eyes downward, creating length, therefore making you look taller. And an asymmetrical top brings attention away from the belly area. And I will link several different tops below this video for you to go and check out if you're interested. The next type of top, one that I really like but I've been having a hard time finding, is ruching. So ruching is basically just gathering of fabric. It's little folds of fabric. I find it's very feminine and it's very slimming and it's very flattering to many different body types. The ruching can be underneath the chest or on the sides. So again, it brings attention to that area and it's so flattering and very slimming. But you want to be careful that there's not too much bulk at the ruching. Just be mindful of that. The next top is a peplum top. This one I'm kind of on the fence about because some look okay on me and some don't. So peplum is basically where they have sewn a bottom ruffle all along the bottom of the hemline. And the best one is one where the ruffle falls a few inches below the hip bone. If the ruffle is higher up, it's not a good look because it actually makes the midsection look much larger. So you want to be careful that the peplum falls a little lower on the hip. I really like this top from Old Navy, but when I looked at it more closely, I just thought there's no point in me ordering it because it looks like it's going to sort of cut like right at the hip bone. And for me, that's not a good look. Like I said earlier, I have like a roll of fat there. So I wish this top was a little longer because it is a cute top, and I think that maybe it would work if you have a shorter torso. Like I have a long torso, short legs, where I know some of you are the opposite. It's my personal preference that peplum can or cannot work. It really is a matter of personal preference, and I think it's just one of those things you have to try for yourself because not everybody's body is the same. It's really trial and error. And the next top that is flattering for us apple-shaped bodies are stripes. Stripes are so big. They are everywhere. They're actually a trend I talked about in my spring fashion trends video last week. Again, be mindful of the stripe. And by stripe, I'm talking vertical stripes, either on your top, on a dress, or on your pants. I have a pair of linen pants from Old Navy that have stripes. I really didn't think when I ordered them that I would care for them, but I put them on and they are flattering and they're kind of fun. They're not something that I typically would have bought, but I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and try them. Now, I did order a top from Chico's earlier this year, and you can go watch that video here where I bought a striped blouse and I hated it and I sent it back. But a lot of you said that if I would have went with like a thinner stripe, I probably would have liked it. Maybe so, but right now I'm not a real big fan of stripes for myself, but they can look very flattering because they make you look taller because the eyes like looking vertically up and down. Try and avoid horizontal stripes unless they are very tiny like this top that I am wearing. I wanted to try this top because I thought I could probably wear it and I think it's going to look really great under a jean jacket. But I don't think that it looks horrible, and the reason why is because it has many features that are flattering for an apple shape. First of all, the stripe is very tiny. Second of all, it has a V-neck, which I love. That's my favorite neckline. It also has smocking detail and a little bit of a ruffle on the arm. That's very flattering, but it also has a little bit of a puff in the shoulders, which kind of makes my shoulders look bigger. Because one of the characteristics of an apple-shaped body is you have rounded shoulders. So one of the things that we can do with our tops and dresses is maybe put some shoulder pads in. And that just makes our shoulder look a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Square, I don't know. It just makes it look better, and it kind of cheats and makes us look like we have an hourglass shape because now our shoulders look wider than our belly. So that's just a little tip. And with stripes, I feel if you add another layer, that just elevates your look. I can wear this top with shorts, or I could put my jean jacket on over it. I could put a field jacket on, even like a navy open front cardigan. If I was going with a cardigan though, I would go with one that falls below my hip. I know there's other tops out there that may be flattering that I haven't talked about today, but these are the 5 that I find work the best for me. And I have learned through trial and error, like what looks good and what doesn't look good on me. And just for reference, I'm 5'4", and I have a long torso and shorter inseam. The inseam on my legs are 27 inches. And I'm beginning to think that I actually may be shorter than 5'4" now. I need to get somebody to measure me. Used to be 5'4.5", but I keep losing my height. So if you found my video helpful, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't had a chance to go check out my 16 awesome spring trends for 2023 that I think are very flattering for plus size women, go check that video out. And I also have another video, I'm not sure which one is going to be out first, but I'm sharing 17 spring style tips for us apple body shaped women. So if you aren't subscribed, I hope that you will subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.